Hey, real quick before the video starts, there's some graphic scenes and general grossness happening at certain points during this demo, so if you don't want to see that, I would recommend highly to not watch this video. Alright. Yo, what's up, everyone? I didn't think I was going to make a video today, and then I saw the trailer for the new Resident Evil 4 Remake Demo, and if you saw my video on the 360 and PS3 ports of Resident Evil 4, you may know that I said it was the best video game to have ever video gamed, and that I was really looking forward to the remake. So, now we got a little taste of that with the demo. So, this is going to be a quick turnaround video, not much editing, there's no notes or script or anything. I was just so excited about this, and I have to share my thoughts on this, like, super bad. You have no idea how into Resident Evil, and especially Resident Evil 4 I am. I love this stuff, and I love the new RE Engine stuff, a lot, too. So, I played this, where you're going to be getting footage of specifically the Series X version. However, big caveat, unfortunately, is my capture card is horrifically bad. It was literally, I got it for $30 a couple months ago when I was just kind of testing the waters for doing video in my videos. And then I realized I really like doing that stuff, and it's been going really well. So eventually I need to get myself a better capture card, obviously. I mean, most of the things I talk about, though, they are 720p or, maybe even just 30 FPS and stuff. But anyways, my capture card's really not good. It can barely do 720p 60. So even though the resolution's probably more so near, if I had to take a guess, I don't know if they're doing the interlacing type stuff that you can do with the RE2 remake on PC and stuff, or if it's actual native resolution of anything, or if it's using FSR upscaling. I can't really tell you the raw pixel count. I did turn on the ray tracing, but it looked like you could still turn on the ray tracing while also selecting performance mode, so I don't know what it was actually doing. I'm just I'll tick both of them on and see what happens. But what his resolution's probably at least definitely sitting somewhere in the 1440 to 1800p range or something, if I had to guess. And you're gonna get blurry 720p footage that's also dropping more frames than the game itself is. Not much I can do, but I was thinking about maybe downloading the PC demo, because I think I saw that the demo was on Steam as well. But first and foremost, I was playing this for myself, and I wanted to play the Series X version because that's what I'm gonna get it on when it comes up. So this is really cool. I didn't really know what I was expecting the gameplay to feel like, and that was the thing that initially, when this was announced, worried me the most. I'm I don't see them being able to do anything to match the gameplay of Resident Evil 4, especially with just how, maybe it's not even that it's ultra responsive or snappy or anything. It's just, it's the most satisfying combat in any game ever. It feels so chunky and so there and happening and stuff. I don't know if that makes any sense. Like I said, this video is a little more off the rails or whatever. But obviously the newer Resident Evil stuff, if we're talking the 2 and 3 remake or 7 and 8. Yeah, well, 7's kind of its own thing, because at least with 8 you can still play in third person and stuff, which was a lot of fun. I just recently got around to getting that DLC. That was really cool. So obviously these two types of Resident Evil play drastically differently, and I feel like they did a really good job of kind of merging the two together without it not feeling like one or the other. So because it is strange to play modern Resident Evil and have the commands to kick the enemies and stuff like that, or do some of the knife attacks you could do. It was I wanted to do the knife parry thing with the chainsaw, but I lost my knife by the time that happened, and I died to him the first time. That was rough. You're gonna see some sweet gameplay in here. I was wrestling with the controls. I was doing some awful aiming. I don't know what it is. I've always noticed I cannot aim. I cannot aim in video games at all. If it's a mouse, if it's a controller, it just doesn't matter. But it's fun. It's a lot of fun. You can see me, I try to go a lot for the knees shots, because that's just what I end up doing in normal Resident Evil 4. It's one of the easiest spots to aim and still get one of the melee attacks off and stuff. But it's definitely a little more precise in this remake. You really gotta aim right, which is gonna be a big detriment to me. But in a fun way. This was, for somebody that's played the heck out of Resident Evil 4, this was actually very challenging, and I wonder if other people are feeling that too, or if it's just me not being able to play anything that requires aiming remotely well, or if it actually was kind of challenging. All right, let me try to list my thoughts in a little more of a sequential order here. So first and foremost, like graphically, I don't think this is going to surprise anybody. This is like one of the best looking things I've ever seen in my entire life. I really like the look of the RE engine. I think it's a really efficient, really technically interesting engine. It's like it's so shockingly lightweight while still producing incredible results. It really the engine is like absolutely superb. I love even the ray tracing. Like it's pretty lightweight considering how much like even I can get away with like on my PC for the RE2 remake and stuff, because it's not like I'm rocking like a 2070, and if I'm like using like the interlace settings, I'm still getting close to somewhere around like 1800p while leaving ray tracing on high. And if we're not talking even about the ray tracing, like I got a portable computer, not a Steam Deck, it's a Aya Neo like first model running Windows that I can run the RE2 remake really well on. Like I've always thought the RE engine was super cool. I really enjoyed like that Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition when I got my Series X. That was like the first thing I played on. The RE engine's awesome. And I feel like it might be even better now. Like, because I just recently played through Village again. Because I got the DLC, did like the third person mode, Shadows of Rose, and a little bit of Mercenaries and all that. And it looks so good in that game. And like RE2 remake, I still have yet to play the 3 remake with the ray tracing. I'm eventually going to do that. But I was like completely replaying the 2 remake. I was playing Resident Evil 4 again. Obviously I played Village again. I'm still working through a playthrough of Persona 3. That's not even relevant right now. I got my hands in so many things. I'm working on videos. I got some weird stuff coming out. Not important. RE engine, amazing. So I noticed, because I don't think Village had this toggle, that it has a resolution or frame rate mode, which I believe Village, it was just like ray tracing on or off, and then you'll probably get a higher resolution. Not probably, you'll get a higher resolution with ray tracing off, or you can just leave the ray tracing. Which I don't know why you would turn it off for Village. Like it's so. I mean, at least on console. I don't have the PC port of Village, so. But I would still imagine it's really efficient. Plus, there's all the different upscaling programs you could use, and I'm pretty sure even the MacBook version has its own upscaling too. If I remember that Digital Foundry video, that I am very excited for Digital Foundry to get their hands on this, because I have a feeling there's no way they're not going to talk about it, especially since it's. I'm surprised they even put it on PC too. I thought they'd be worried about like data miners and stuff, but no, it's still on PC as well. So that's. Man, I better not ramble on too long, because I only have like 20 some minutes of footage. So yeah, it has a frame rate and resolution toggle, which I didn't see in Village. I think the 2 remake on Series X had that toggle. Now that I'm thinking about it, but it was more so for like uncapping the frame rate to try to hit 120 hertz, 120 FPS, which it was not. That was kind of botched on consoles. I don't know if they ever fix it, but I will say that was rough. They definitely should have lowered the resolution and stuff when it came to those ports, the Series X and PS5 ports specifically. But yeah, so there's toggles for that. You still have the ray tracing stuff, but like the assets and like maybe the ray tracing is a higher quality and stuff too. It's just so incredible looking. Like it looks so like I said, Village already looks so good. But like I think it's because we're seeing a lot of like more like plant stuff, like trees and grass, and like it's a different type of environment that we haven't seen too much in the RE engine yet. And it looks like superb. Like, it almost, now that I think about it, reminds me of like the plant room thing in the RE2 remake. And I always thought that room was like one of the best looking in the game. Just like the plant life and stuff, like just looks really good. It's just like that, but like the whole thing. I like how they like changed up like almost like half of the demo. Like the whole house just works completely differently. You actually have to unlock a door and stuff. Like I thought this might be a little more 1-to-1, but it feels more like it can't be nearly as drastic, but like how the RE2 remake is definitely like doing a lot more than the original game and a lot different. This is definitely not going to take away from the original game. This is like its own thing, doing some different stuff. I feel like this is going to subvert expectations like a lot. And super important, he still said the bingo line. I was worried that they weren't going to have that in there, but that was super important for the tone. Yeah, the tone's definitely like more serious, but I feel like it's fitting for this remake kind of stuff. Yeah, so I like all the beginning house stuff being different. There's crafting, like in I believe 7 had crafting, but I know 8 has crafting. You can craft. It seems like wherever like 8. I saw some things that I swear you could not do in the original, like crafting 3 green herbs together or like 2 greens and a yellow. I do not think you could do that before. You get gunpowder and stuff like in 8. You can craft ammo. It seems like you're not going to be able to rely so much on melee and knifing in this. I could be wrong, but it seems like you're going to have a little more focus on actually using your weaponry. But we'll see when the full game comes out. I'll probably replay this demo too. Yeah, I mentioned something like this earlier, but it seems like you can like hold left bumper or L1 and still use the knife like you could in like the 2 remake and stuff. But then it also there's like occasionally a prompt that'll come up to press the right trigger, or I suppose it'd be R2. That you could do like a melee attack that's different, and then there's also like prompts that came up to like finish enemies off like that. So there's different ways you can use the knife and stuff. And see that's what's going to be different is that I lost the knife when I got to like the more village section of it. So that's why I feel like there's going to be maybe a little more focus on the weapon stuff, which is like fine by me. It's its own thing. Like Resident Evil 4 isn't going to go away ever. You can get that thing on everything. So this isn't taking away anything from Resident Evil 4. It's its own thing, and it feels really cool. Like again, I know I keep gushing about it, I keep saying it, but like I really like the way like the third person RE engine stuff plays. It's so fun to just try to get around enemies and deal with the combat and stuff like that. I love it so much, and this is striking a super good balance. It feels like a lot like Resident Evil 8, but with more melee stuff going on, which is like great. Like I'm really enjoying it so far. I am so excited for the full game to come out. So like I said, graphically this is great. It's got enough quips going on. You know, it's got the bingo line. The environments look great. It felt like when I played the VR version for the first time, and I was seeing like Resident Evil 4 in a new light. I was like, whoa, like this is familiar, but it's also like a completely fresh experience. It's super cool. The gameplay's great. Especially the environmental details, probably my main takeaway from it. It's like I know before the stuff looked really good, but it almost seemed like there's more like it's just more parts in the environment stuff. Especially like the new basement in that first house. There's like a bunch of things hanging off the ceiling and stuff. It just seems like there's a little more density to the environment so far. It's like honestly astoundingly good, as visually speaking. So I'm not gonna drag this on too long. It's gonna be more of a quick video, but I think this is like incredible. I am so looking forward to this remake coming out. So let me know in the comments this is the kind of stuff I want to know in the comments. Let me know what platform you played it on, and let me know how it was like graphically and frame rate wise. That's what I want to know. Or if you played it on PC, let me know like what kind of setup you have and how it was running and stuff like that. Like these are the questions I want to know. And then secondary, you can tell me if you enjoyed it or not, you know? So, like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff. This isn't like my usual type of video, but I have to talk about this. So stick around if you want to see things about weird ports and stuff, because that's mainly what I do in this channel anymore. I got a video coming out next week, and like, I can't stop myself. I'm already also working on the next one, which is going to take a little longer, but this one's going to be both of them are going to be wild, but one's going to be, like, even more niche. So, stick around for some weird ports. Play the demo. The demo's super, super good. Let me know what platforms you're playing on, because, you know, I'm a technical nerd over here. So, with that being said, later.